Welcome to Sounds of the Unknown, where we explore the spine-chilling, the unexplained, and the stories that keep you awake at night. Today we venture deep into one of Japan's most iconic urban legends, Hanako-san, the ghost of the school restroom. This haunting tale has been whispered through generations, captivating imaginations and instilling fear in children and adults alike. So turn off the lights, settle in, and let's dive into the chilling story of Hanako-san. In Japan, school bathrooms hold a special place in the realm of ghost stories. Whether it's the dim lighting, the echo of footsteps, or the sense of isolation, they seem to invite tales of the supernatural. Among these legends, Hanako-san is perhaps the most famous. She is said to haunt the third stall of the girls' restroom on the third floor of school buildings. But who or what is Hanako-san? Some say she's the spirit of a young girl who met a tragic end. Others believe she's a harmless but mischievous ghost who enjoys startling the living. The details of her origin vary, but the method to summon her remains eerily consistent. Legend has it, if you knock on the door of the third stall 3 times and call out, "Hanako-san, are you there?" you may hear a faint voice respond, "Yes, I'm here." If you dare to open the door, what awaits you might be more than you bargained for. Hanako-san's story is shrouded in mystery. Some versions trace her origin back to the 1940s, during the chaos of World War II. It's said that Hanako was a young girl hiding in the school bathroom during an air raid. Tragically, a bomb struck the building, burying her alive. Her spirit, unable to move on, became tethered to the very stall where she met her fate. Other variations suggest a more sinister tale. According to one version, Hanako was the victim of a violent crime, perhaps murdered by a stranger or even a teacher. Another chilling version tells of a girl who took her own life in the restroom, consumed by despair. No matter the story, one thing remains consistent. Her spirit lingers, waiting for those brave or foolish enough to call her name. So what happens when you summon Hanako-san? Stories differ, but the accounts are enough to send shivers down your spine. In some encounters, Hanako-san appears as a small girl with a bob haircut, wearing a red skirt or dress. Her pale, ghostly face stares back at you, and she might ask a question like, "Do you want to play?" Others describe her pulling unsuspecting victims into the stall, never to be seen again. But summoning her isn't as simple as knocking and calling her name. In certain regions, the ritual involves spinning around 3 times before knocking, or even reciting a specific chant. And if Hanako-san doesn't respond, some say you're safe. Others claim her silence means she's watching, waiting for the right moment to strike. Hanako-san isn't just a ghost story, she's a cultural phenomenon. Her tale has inspired countless adaptations in Japanese media, from movies and anime to video games. One popular depiction comes from the 1998 horror film Toaru no Hanako-san, which brought her legend to life for a new generation. Even schoolchildren across Japan have turned her story into a sort of dare. Summoning Hanako-san is a test of bravery, with kids daring each other to face the ghost in the third stall. Some schools even report parents and teachers stepping in to discourage these rituals, fearing the psychological impact on the students. What makes Hanako-san even more fascinating are the regional variations of her story. In some parts of Japan, she is described as having 3 heads or a lizard-like appearance. In Yamagata Prefecture, she is said to drag you to the underworld if you answer her incorrectly. The details may differ, but the fear remains the same. There's also a male counterpart to Hanako-san in some stories, a spirit named Yosuke, who haunts the boys' restrooms. Together they create an atmosphere of unease that permeates Japanese schools. But is Hanako-san real? Skeptics argue that her story is nothing more than an exaggerated myth, fueled by the imaginations of children and the psychological fear of enclosed spaces. Yet believers point to first-hand accounts and unexplained phenomena. There are reports of doors slamming shut on their own, strange whispers, and even shadows moving in empty stalls. Could it all be the power of suggestion? Or is there truly a restless spirit lingering in school bathrooms across Japan? The legend of Hanako-san isn't just about one ghost. It reflects a universal fascination with the unknown. Across cultures, restrooms are often seen as liminal spaces, places where the boundary between the living and the dead blurs. From Bloody Mary in Western folklore to Hanako-san in Japan, these tales tap into our deepest fears and curiosities. Why do we keep telling these stories? Perhaps it's because they remind us of the mysteries we cannot explain. Hanako-san is more than just a ghost story. She's a symbol of how legends evolve, adapt, and thrive in modern culture. Whether you see her as a figment of imagination or a real spirit, her story continues to captivate and terrify. So the next time you find yourself alone in a restroom, especially on the 3rd floor of a school, think twice before knocking on the 3rd stall. And if you do, remember, some doors are better left unopened. Thank you for joining us on this eerie journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more spine-chilling stories. Have your own paranormal experience or a legend you'd like us to cover? Leave it in the comments below. This is Sounds of the Unknown, signing off, if you dare.